Hello everyone, Speed here with another Battlefield Heroes video. So today I want to kind of follow on to my last video when I was asking, why don't people play Battlefield Heroes? Because a major comment that I saw, that this was quite a big topic that came up, and I've seen it mentioned in the past anyway, like over my other videos over the years and on Discord and stuff like that. Basically, I want to talk about the most disliked map in the game right now, and this is something that is going to, be another reason really why people don't play anymore, or why they sort of feel like, they're pushed away from the game, basically. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about it. So basically, I think custom maps can be fun and exciting and breathe life into a game if done right, but obviously there are some that can do the opposite as well. So the map I'm talking about today is called Kawaii Kick. Bit of backstory to begin with. First of all, I want to say I've got no issues with the creator of the map conversion itself. He's a cool guy who's made some really interesting and fun BFH mods over the years. So I will link Apache Thunder's channel in the description and the comments. Always been a fan of his. But yeah, so basically this map was added into the game in July 2019. Um, it's obviously not official. It's from a Chinese BFH ripoff called Avatar Star that basically took crosshairs and even weapon sound effects from memory. Yeah, basically like a ripoff of the game. And yeah, I'm just going to talk about why is it disliked so much. I mean, you guys have probably seen, in some of my recent videos, I've used gameplay from this map as well. But I do, try and play on the official maps as much as I can, but I did, for the sake of this video, I basically went ahead and played on it exclusively, so all of the gameplay is going to be on this map, so I can maybe sort of get the point across in the gameplay as well. But yeah, so why is it disliked so much? So a pretty easy one to see, and you might have already spot in the gameplay, or if you've already played this yourself, you probably know this, but it's pretty poor map design, and there's issues because it wasn't really made for BFH in mind. Obviously this is one of the things when you take a map that was taken from a different game. Fair enough, I just said it's like a rip off of BFH, but it's still not exactly the same. I went ahead and looked at some gameplay of Avatar Star, and from what I can tell the game was slower paced in terms of like the movement, for example. So yeah, maybe this map was obviously better suited for that, and for BFH and for the way BFH plays, and for the game, the game modes and everything, it obviously just doesn't work. It gets unbalanced quickly because of the size of the map and just how easy it is to get into the bases. So spawn killing is very common. I mean, you can sometimes like spawn or load into the server for the first time. Literally, you can spawn in the middle of a fight or with an enemy in your face. So I mean, you could blame BFH spawn protection to an extent, but I mean the reality is the map wasn't made for BFH itself. There's also a lot of clunky movement, even more than like usual BFH. So if you're on like boxes, stairs, just even on the ground and stuff like that, um, the movement is a bit strange and kind of hard to deal with. Obviously the map's too small because of the design. Fighting, you might see in the gameplay as well. It doesn't feel like a BFH map at all, like in terms of even how you play. The fighting is pretty much going back and forth between like those alleyways on either side of the map. It's like, you know, people hiding and then, just coming out from the side again and then back and forth, repeat the process basically. Again, you can put that down to how the map is designed. Um, Another common reason, because of how the map was made and implemented, I think it's to do with like the skybox or whatever. Basically, you've got a lot of invisible walls. Full damage is pretty huge, and blasting strike does ridiculous damage. More than one blast is a guaranteed death against the walls in most situations. And if you try and say use an RPG to launch yourself high into the air, you are going to hit a certain point where you can't really go much higher. Again, that's just down to how it was implemented, I guess. And yeah, as well as blasting strike, pirate kegs obviously goes without saying how ridiculous those can be. Um, yeah, I guess maybe people don't really like the art style either. This is a bit of a small one in comparison to the balance issues and everything. But yeah, maybe people just don't like how it looks. It kind of does look like, yeah, someone's literally looked at a BFH map, looked at the buildings and stuff and said, okay, I'm going to sort of tweak this a bit and more or less copy it. Um, but yeah, it still doesn't really look like any other official BFH map, and to some people it's not really very appealing. And here's another reason. I mean, it's been over 4 years since it was added. I think at this point people are maybe just tired of seeing it so much. And to be honest, before this was added into the game, there were more servers with like varied official maps. It wasn't like the case now where you're going to see this map quite a lot. And yeah, there were some others that came with that update 4 years ago, but I think this is the one that was looked at as the most offensive, and it's definitely the most overplayed one to this day. And you know, personally, I don't mind the map too much, but here's the thing: like, I do fully agree with the negatives that I've mentioned here and that you guys have been saying, and I do understand why people don't like playing it and are kind of discouraged, you know, to play it because the map does dominate most of the active servers. It's kind of difficult. I said this in my last video or the video before that, but like, if you're looking along the server list, it's very difficult to not come across this map. You know, there's a couple of servers that are populated and quite active that do play it, and then your other options are kind of limited. I think you can maybe play some of the official maps, but yeah, I think I said before, like there's one server that played quite a few of the maps from the old game, but yeah, you're going to see a lot of commanders. I don't think there's a commander limit on that one. There's another one where, yeah, again, it's like, you know, a few official maps here and there, but I don't know, maybe people are just sick of seeing this and they just don't like it. It's not really part of what they think is the BFH experience, and I don't blame them for that. And I'm sure, you know, there are people that don't mind playing it either, but I'm kind of wondering now, you know, do they truly like the map, and you know, is it that they don't see issues with it, or are they just playing it because a few of the full and already established servers come with it? Maybe, who knows? I don't know. If you guys have anything to say about this as well, following on from this, that'd be interesting. But yeah, I think a lot of people are in agreement really that this this map sort of drives a few people away. You know, just based on what I've said here, you know, the design and everything, the way it was implemented, it doesn't fit BFH's style. You know, certain factors going into it, you know, it's not enjoyable and it's not for everyone, definitely. Um, so here's the thing: can anything be done about it to make it more appealing or to change things? I have heard that there aren't really plans to remove the map, so you know, I did see people, you know, asking for that, but yeah, if there aren't plans for that, and I'm not advocating for that myself, I think you could maybe change it or do something different. But I guess it's just a case of more servers providing varying maps and not purely this one, or they could work to fix like any negatives I have mentioned here and make, you know, maybe better spawns or flag points, maybe even open the map up a bit more, because you can kind of see like some extra buildings and other areas that aren't really accessible. But I guess that's kind of doubtful as well, um, for that kind of change, or maybe for any of them. I do remember like the really early days when these maps came out, I think the spawn points were different, and they did something to try and change that. I think they may have tweaked like the full damage as well, but it's still kind of ridiculous, you know. I can still see why people, you know, don't like these maps and, well, this one in particular, and get kind of sick of playing it. Um, yeah, so that was a quick a quick mini rant of sorts, I guess. I was just trying to think of like the main reasons why, and I did put a lot of my thoughts into this, and you know, some of your comments as well. So again, thank you for that. Sorry this video is a bit later. Yeah, I've been a bit busy and needed to obviously get more gameplay and all that stuff. But yeah, side note as well, I did see a couple of weekends ago now about 122 people online. So yeah, hopefully the recent videos have helped. But yeah, again, if you want to see a certain thing on BFH, let me know. I've got another couple of ideas in mind. But yeah, obviously I do like to read the comments as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.